fighters. I'm a big fan of the old 3D fighters. I'm also a big fan of... I think I'm just a big fan of a lot of older fighting games. Maybe it's the nostalgia kicking in. Maybe that's why I still play on arcade stick. Which kind of leads me into the next thing I wanted to talk about today, which is my favorite arcade sticks. I get asked a lot. Like, what are your favorites? That you have a lot of sticks. Like, I get asked on Reddit, I get asked on YouTube, Twitch. Twitch is very infrequent, which is surprising. But I get asked more frequently than I would like to admit. What are my favorite arcade sticks? Like, what arcade sticks I recommend the most if you can find them, or what arcade sticks I would play on personally, like if I didn't have, if I could pick any arcade sticks in the world, right? I want to go off basically just off my collection, because I think the big deal is a lot of sticks that I don't own, I haven't played on long enough really to have a full feel of them, right? I've played on a VLX for like 2 matches. I've played on a Conba Dragon for 1 match. I've touched an Akon Daija because one of the other TOs at my locals has a Daija. I've never played on his Daija. I think I may have played 1 game on it, on Goblin's Daija. Maybe 1. He might have let me. Or maybe he just like, let me press some buttons on it. Either way. So a lot of the other sticks I'm thinking of that I'd be like, you know, maybe that would be like a really, really solid stick. A really good stick for me that I would like. I don't have a lot of experience with it, so I can't say for certain. Because sometimes, some of these sticks long term, they're too heavy, they're too wide, they're too bulky, they don't sit well on your lap. The parts are too loud, or the chassis is too loud. So many different things, right? But I want to talk about my 5 most used arcade sticks in my collection. My 5 most favorite arcade sticks in my collection. Because, of course, there's so many other arcade sticks out there between different brands. Conba, Hori, Mayflash. I'm missing a major brand here. MadCat, Razor, right? Tons of off-the-shelf arcade sticks and even custom arcade sticks, which I've only ever used custom arcade sticks. I don't own a single custom stick. All of mine are commercial sticks. I kind of want to start from the bottom of the top 5. And if I'm thinking about my top 5 correctly, bottom of my top 5 is the Conba Carbon. I really like this stick. It's small. It's about as big as the Conba Drone, but it doesn't have that Bumblebee look, that Transformers. I really liked the Shia LaBeouf movies look, where you're going to be stuck to a certain color scheme. This is all black, and there was an all-white version as well called the Conba Q1. This is the Q1 Carbon. And they still have the little hooks on the back for your table clamps, for your desk clamps. It's got a nice size. It's a Velux layout, so normal layout. It just feels nice. It feels really nice. The plexi's glossy. You don't stick to it super often. Like, it's not a super loud stick, even though the buttons, the native buttons were kind of clicky. But after I changed them out for Silent Sonwas, great stick. Amazing stick. This is like my favorite take to locals as a secondary for someone else's stick. That's why I keep a regular ball top on it instead of a bat top. Also, I have the neat party trick of this being a Link. The Link 2. This is the one that came off the Victrix. Threw the whole Victrix lever in here when I swapped over to a Link EX group. Yes, you guys can see my desktop in there. You guys see that? Don't worry, I don't use a notepad to remind me of what I'm talking about. I'm a one-take YouTuber that doesn't need that. Shoutouts to SS Sniper Wolf. This is number 5. Right, so from here, the bar only goes up, which is crazy because this is like a really good stick, especially for the price, right? I think I got it at the time for $70 or $60. I think it was $59.99. $59.99 for a PC and Android only stick. That's really all you're going to be able to use it for these days. It's not really going to work it's not going to work natively on a PS5. You need a Brook Wingman adapter, but it's got such a good shape. It's got the nice slants right here for the wrist rest. The fact that it works on Android is really cool because you can use it for like old school shoot 'em ups on your phone or on a tablet. You can like hand this to a little kid and hand them a tablet, put on some Galaga or any emulators that have old arcade ROMs on it, and this will work perfectly for that. This stick is actually really versatile for the price. And I think that if they still sold this stick new on the Conba website and people were playing on PC, I would recommend this stick every single day of the week. I would recommend this stick even over the Hori Fighting Stick Mini, which I just like kind of hyped up a little bit, because unfortunately that stick is really only as useful as it is because it has native PS5 support. If you don't need that, this stick is significantly better. It's got customizable parts. It's got a nice weight to it without being like overly hefty. It's not super long, so it fits in a bag really well. This stick's sick. I really like the combo. Number 4. On number 4, I feel like this is Number 4, I'm kind of cheating. This stick is a nostalgia pick. I don't know if it's actually really like worth the price anymore, especially with how much people are charging for them. But it's really, really nice to have on your lap because of all the padding. It's really nice to play on. It's got like a bunch of different customizations that exist for it because it's one of the GOAT arcade sticks of all time to most people. This is one of the greatest arcade sticks that people think about for the PS3 and PS4 generation. And it is the MadCat C2. Mine is an Xbox version, and it has my old gamer tag and a picture of my favorite fighting game character to ever fucking exist. It's a Solomon from Soul Calibur. Anyways, I really like this stick. This stick is super sick. Got a lot of space for your hands. Opens up easy with the button. Boom. You can like store snacks in here. You can put the wire for the stick itself. You can change out buttons easy. You can put weed in here if you want. This stick is dope, right? It's not overly heavy, but it's got enough weight to it that like you feel it on your lap, which is super nice. They make custom sides. You can change out this color if you want to. New bezels. They make a aluminum panel, noir panel that I should have at some point changed it to, but because I already have the artwork printed, I didn't wanna. It fits so many different levers. I have like a Seimitsu silent lever in here right now that takes up a lot of space, and I could easily change that out for like a Korean lever if I wanted to. This stick is just so versatile, so fucking good. I think the worst thing about this stick is the fucking connector. This aviator bullshit connector that if it breaks, you have to like find a replacement cable. There's even 2 studs right here for like straps. You can like make cable management straps yourself, or I'm sorry, like tie straps. You can like have it strapped around you like a satchel, or you can buy the ones that exist on like Paradise Arcade and stuff. This stick is really, really nice. Big fan of this stick. I think this is the first stick that I ever tried Conba Gravity buttons on. So these aren't silenced Conba Gravities. They're just regular Conba Gravities. They're a little snappier, but it's also because this case just holds a lot of sound because this is like an all plastic case. It kind of creaks sometimes too. Like the quality control on the TE2s was like really bad, but because they were so well regarded as like prominent, amazing like tournament sticks even before something like the Obsidian, like people were just looking for these over and over and over. Everyone was like, let me find a TE2, let me find a TE2, let me find a TE2. Like this was the stick to have. And for good reason, I still really like this stick. I think it's a really solid stick. If they made like a new TE2, not a TE3, that thing's dog shit. If they made a new TE2, like a TE2 Ultra, a TE2 Remix Edition, or another company took over the mantle of trying to make these, right? I think that it would be sold out instantly. Make them at $250, just like the Nikon Daija, which I guess the Nikon Daija is kind of the MadCat's TE2 replacement. Beautiful stick. Amazing stick. My number 3. It's actually right behind us. I don't even have to move, which is really cool. She's a little dusty. Oh, she's very dusty. Holy shit. This is the Conba Q8 RAF. This is my second favorite arcade stick. This is my third favorite arcade stick to play on. Pardon me, my bad. Once again, doing soft memory. I don't have a script in there. See, this introduced me to the Conba Gravity silent KS buttons. This was the first time I ever had KSs. This is the first time I got to try the Conba Gravity lever. I really like the green and black bezel. My keyboard is green and black. My mic is green and black. My mouse is green and black. My monitors are green and black. I don't know when I started liking the Monster Energy color scheme, but I fuck with it super hard. It's these are my 2 favorite colors together. Big fan of them. It's funny because they're also my 2 favorite colors together in Magic the Gathering. I love green black decks. I love green black blue decks. And maybe that's like why I'm so fond of this stick is because when I turn these lights on, they're natively green. When I have the X input on, because I swapped them all to green, you can go full rainbow unicorn puke RGB. You can like have them rotate colors slowly. You can set it on one color and have them flashing or changing colors when you press them. And same thing with all the directions around the lever, which I think is really tight. This stick was really heavy when I first got it. And the reason why is because there was 2 metal plates in here. I took them out and now this thing's like really light. It's almost as light as the Conba Carbon. It might be a little bit heavier than the Conba Carbon. But it's basically just a souped up version. It looks like an RGB Conba Carbon, right? I'm holding this with one hand. So as you can tell, it's not very heavy. Or maybe I'm just Superman. I don't know. Very, very good arcade stick. I love this stick. If you're a PC only player and you want something with a little bit of flair, right? There's 3 different versions of this stick on the Conba website. There's one with all Sanwas, studs the light ups. There's one with the Conba Gravity lever, but Sanwa buttons, all light up, or the one with all gravity parts, and it's once again light up. Or I think it's like Sanwa buttons and a Sanwa lever, Sanwa buttons, gravity, Sanwa buttons, Sanwa lever, gravity buttons. And then all gravity. I went for the GR, which is the all gravity version. This is like why I only wanted this stick to try the gravity KS button specifically. It's got that nice little like carbon fiber themed wrist rest. And it's really nice, and it almost feels like if this opened up, this would basically be a TE2, right? It really feels like it's modeled by and inspired by a lot of the older arcade sticks that existed before it, like the TE2 and the TES Plus and the TE1, right? Really, really big fan of this stick. I don't play on it as often now, only because generally, if I'm playing on a stick with the Velux layout, it's my top stick. It's my favorite stick, which we'll get to in a second. But my second favorite stick is actually a Noir layout, and that is also right behind me. And it matches what I'm wearing today, actually. I'm wearing black and white. The stick is black and silver, and it's fucking long and heavy and beautiful and gorgeous, and let me get it. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my second favorite arcade stick to play on. This would be my favorite arcade stick to play on if I did not have my favorite arcade stick, which we'll get to here in a second. I'm sure you guys know exactly which one it is. It's like sitting behind me. It's looming in the background of the video, waiting to take its throne. But this is second place. This is runner up. This bad boy is the Hori fighting edge for the PS4. So it's got this nice brushed aluminum panel that like basically doesn't have fingerprints, almost never shows dirt. Really nice Hayabusa buttons that have like the silver surround, and it matches so perfectly. I wish that this had a silver surround too, the options button. All the shit's on the side, just like it's a wrap stick, which is like really shitty and annoying. And then the touchpad is up here. It's got a really big cable management spot. It's got a headphone jack if you want to talk shit in online games and you're old school and you hook your cable up to your stick, which I don't do. I hook it up to my computer. And then I only made one real modification to the stick. I was supposed to silence out these buttons. They're really quiet. I mean, they're really loud. Very fucking stampy and annoying. That's kind of the main reason why I don't play on it as much. So, but the feel of this stick, like the amount of inertia that it carries when you press buttons, it's so little. Like, it just goes away. It melts away. It's great. And I think any buttons basically will fit in here, which is really nice. And I know some Korean levers will fit because when I first got it, the guy that I bought it from had a Korean lever in it, which was really cool. It's like sitting under my desk. It's a Conba Gravity. I mean, it's a Crown New Help Me 309 MJ. I never fucking use it anymore. I've heard people want to buy it. Someone hit me up. I'll figure out how to ship it. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I have a Hori Hayabusa lever in here with a 5-pound spring because I am a whack job, insano old man who likes a lot of tension. This lever feels so fucking good to use because it's just so tight. It springs back to neutral perfectly. I never miss any inputs. Like, people bitch about the Hayabusa lever, but they use it with the default spring where it's like way too springy and kind of loose, and like you're kind of using it very light touch, right? Like you're controlling everywhere it goes. This, I can just like slap that shit, it goes back to neutral instantly. Like, boom, I got my back. You're like, I didn't see it move. Exactly. React to this, right? And I love it. For 3D fighters, I think that like this is probably my favorite stick to play on. If I ever get the chance to and I'm not using the Victrix, I'm using this stick. This stick is fucking awesome. Love it. It's just really loud. I should probably just buy silencing pads for the buttons and start using this stick some more because it's just so good. Also, it also gets its own shelf on the rack. Honorable mention, the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha for the PS5. I have a set of Conba Gravity buttons on it, the Gen 1s, with a Hori Hayabusa silent, I think it's a magnetic lever. I think it's like magnetic, with a 4-pound spring and a Link EX Groove or whatever. That's my second. That would be my second. I mean, that one is like tied for first, but I basically made that stick to feel extremely similar to the Victrix, and then I finally got a Victrix, so my favorite stick to play on, my current king of the arcade stick kingdom, is the Victrix Pro FS. This stick is so fucking nice. What up, Yodomo? Full aluminum chassis, right? It fits the buttons and levers I want, which are Conba gravity parts. It fit the gravity parts just fine. I changed out the lever to a bat top with a Freak mods the Link EX Groove. The cable management, while kind of dated, right? Because there's a door in the back, but there's no room for your cable. But there's no room for your cable in there. Kind of dated, but it like wraps around these two cable management posts. Really fucking nice. And these cable management posts also double, if you look at it sideways, as like hooks or straps if you want to add straps to it, just like you would with something like the TE2, right? So this thing took all the best aspects of the TE2 and the Hori Fighting Edge and merged them together. It's like the TE2 and the Fighting Edge had a baby, like a love child, and they decided that the dad was going to keep custody. So unfortunately, it has the noir layout. I mean, it has the viewless layout, not the noir layout. I never noticed the poster in the background. Love it. Yeah, it's a nice poster. I could probably move it down some. There's also a picture of me and the wife back there. You guys see that? Yeah. They're both back there. It's pretty nice. I like that poster a lot. I almost had a Mario poster I was going to put up, but I didn't. I want to move that picture to my desk so I can just like look at it whenever I want. I can just look at it and be like, yeah, hell yeah, that's mine. But this is my favorite arcade stick. 100%. I don't think right now there's going to be any stick, and thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that. Let's go, Nitro Libre. I don't think there's going to be any stick for a while that beats the Victrix Pro FS, right? Maybe we'll get like a PS5 version of the Fighting Edge, and I might have to take a look at that shit, you know what I'm saying? But until then, this is like the cream of the crop, king of arcade sticks. It's like the Rolls Royce of arcade sticks. It's got the headphone jack right there in the middle, which I think is dumb. It should probably be on the side. It opens up, which I already showed. Got nice cable management. It's got a detachable cable as well. I can pull that bad boy out. If I lose this shit at the tournament, I can just go get any USB-C to A or any USB-C to C cable, which is really cool. Full control panel suite up at the top. Is natively missing L3 and R3. I think you can choose between them. Someone told me by holding like the Pro button and the Victrix button at the same time. I don't fucking know. I didn't read the manual. I'm not a bitch. Holy shit, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, Nitro Libre.
I am being summoned for a Rocket League tourney lol. Love ya, homie.
Love you too, homie. Hey, y'all better fry. You guys better kick some ass. Hell yeah. Hope you guys do well. Like I said, it opens up. It's got full chassis. Yeah, full chassis indeed. It's got really nice, full, like, resistant, non-slip padding on the back, which is really cool. Cause some sticks, like, are real shisty when it comes to the non-slip padding on the back. But I think that this makes for, like, a perfect arcade experience. Like, it feels like you're playing with an arcade board on your lap. Same thing with the Fighting Edge. And that's why they're my two favorite. If you guys are arcade stick users and you're watching this video and you have some favorite arcade sticks, feel free to tell them to me. Feel free to tell me about them in the comment section down below in this video. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hell, as you see, Twitch chat popped off a little bit there. I really appreciate the homies showing up, showing love, giving support. Show up to the YouTube. I mean, show up to the Twitch streams. This is where we do it all live before it goes on the YouTube a few days later. You can do all those things. Just like what I'm doing is talking about my favorite arcade sticks for YouTubes. This has been Beanie Thuggish signing out and saying